All right, folks, this is Saeris' place. This time we're over in Founders. We're presented with a pretty grand presentation of the Shopskin house. So we're going to explore the inside and see what they did to doll it up a little bit more. Because there's a lot to it. There's like there's the exterior, obviously, and then there's like an additional interior as well. So it looks like they went really all in with this package. You can see here, there is this sort of, I believe it's a stable that's being used here. We have like these green hills that we can work with here. And these are all, by the way, not to knock on anyone's decision to buy shop housing, but it's kind of the message that I want to send is I really hope we get similar kinds of structures here. Because here, let me show you guys what this really is. This is actually just a stable here, but then I've seen most of the use of it not being a stable. It's being used to create this sort of like ground cover. So I really hope that that we see similar stuff that comes from like Founders Point and whatnot. Not even trying to take away what constantly comes in with regular releases of stuff, but this is like just a very cool thing that I think everyone should get easier access to. All right, so fountain work right there, plus additional fountain. Yeah, so very tight build that we have here. So things are compressed into the slots, which is like wonderful little place to enjoy some marshmallows. Yep. But let's do this climb here. Front door is right there. But let's take a look at what is going up higher. So up the stairs we have bench, good start. And also, okay, now we have like this little not alchemy station, but this plant station that we're working with. On the other end here, big old thing of dirt, and we're growing more stuff. Very cool. Interesting how it ends like that, because we got to backtrack now. And then here's kind of like the semi-interior. No door for something like this yet, but I don't think it's really meant to be. But then we have additional growth here with some Herondar greens, plus storage. And as we get up here, we have like the built-in cherry tree, but then we have like a little bit more, we have a few more of them. And then from here, we can enjoy like a nice view of the tree. That's pretty. Nice view of the tree, water stuff down, and I think we're good to go. So out here, it feels like most of the efforts were surrounding the tree. They wanted to make sure that it doesn't feel like too out of place because we're on a beach area, right? And so having just like a big old tree that comes out of it with nothing else, it doesn't feel very convincing. And so they wanted to add a little bit more to it, and this works out great. So like here's like the really big spread here. Very nice. Oh, I noticed here that they added like a little something up top there. Here, let me see if I can get to that. So up in this spot, little overhang. There you go. That's what I wanted to see. All right. So let's head on inside and see what we got. According to the notes, I visited this place months ago, and I'd love to see how things have changed. My memory isn't great. We'll see how things jog together as we explore this build. But what we have first is this very opulent entrance. Screams Blood Elf right from the jump, right? I'm almost surprised that we're seeing this kind of Orgrimmar rugged floor right down here, but it also makes for a good contrast too. I know that people love like the Blood Elf white marble and all that stuff, but I really appreciate more modest flooring options too. But as soon as we go in, this place is dressed with these immediate pillars to help give a little bit more shape. In fact, I think we see like 2 doors here. There's like yeah, I think I see like 2 kinds of doors being used, but the way the clipping is looks a little odd. From there, when we enter, like I said, you have like these great presentations here, these blood elf statues that almost look threatening with how they look, because like as soon as we go in, we can kind of like walk around them and everything, and then we'll pass right through here. Well, let's backtrack a little bit. We have these really neat presentations right through here. We have like these shrouds being used to sort of obscure what's outside a little bit. It almost looks like it is, weird to say, it almost looks like it's like nuclear winter outside, because it's like super like kind of like smoggy looking out there. So it has that kind of vibe to it. Are we in a bomb shelter? No, we're not in a bomb shelter. Yes. But it has that sort of look to it as well. I think of, for those of you who play through Battle for Azeroth, in Mechagon, there's a certain quest line when you do dailies, where sometimes you're taken to like a possible future. And in there, like everyone's being oppressed. There's like giant robots walking all over the place. And outside, it's like, grayed out skies and just chaos out there. And I kind of get that sense with the way the window tints here are working. And this happens to be a refuge from the apocalypse. Now, is that the story we're telling here? I don't know. Sometimes I let myself get really carried away with these stories, and maybe I'll try to hold back just a smidge so I can appreciate more of the build. But let's go through here, because again, very opulent entrance, very rich. And then things shift, like you notice here. We very, very blood elf heavy. And then we shift to like this sort of vibe. So maybe that's the intent. They just wanted to like have that sort of entrance. But as for the house proper, I think we're going to see or expect like lots of like very heavy themes on these rooms. I think that's what we're kind of getting from this. So we have all sorts of options. We have like these kind of large rooms to explore. I mean, that's a stairwell room. That is a lot. So we'll start by going left, as usual. We start off in this sort of hallway, this sort of transition, and we have these really nice lighting effects as we come in. Interesting though. Like, hold on, I'm kind of cheating myself here. So that's there. So this makes sense, but the orientation of the lighting and where it's shining, we'll see how that kind of like comes together as we explore more of the place. But really like how this comes together, because we're not meant to like see through the fencing here. It's just, designed to be there. And then we have like this big blast of light coming in, so we can see our chest game. Because otherwise we have like a little, one little lantern there to help us along. So let's proceed to the next room. We're going into this medium, what looks like a medium size, maybe a large octagonal room. Feels very, very spacious. We get in here, we have like this big fireplace, very big fireplace. It's that big. You could fit a man in there. In fact, I think, has this been in Big and 2? Yes, it has, I think. Very Reichel sized. Across here, this nice little motif of night phase stuff that looks like there's a stage that's under construction, but looks like their budget's full too. So unfortunately, sacrifices had to be made. But I like the layout here. Really cool, because they carved out like this shaping here to create a little bit more. I mean, we'll see if we end up. There is something inside there. I think I do remember like a little bit of this, right? And then these bookshelves are, partially filled. We have like these. Okay, I like the glow of this workshop. This looks neat, because we have like these very intense glows here. Like here's the lighting that helps to illuminate like this part, but I like this shot here. We have nice bright glows here, contrasted with these with just like this little bit of a fell glow coming from the flag, and like that's it. So I like the way that this all dances together. Yeah, so let me pan back around, and I'm pretty sure, beyond this fireplace, well lit by the way. Love the scale of it. I'm pretty sure there's something in here. Boop. Yeah. So I remember a little bit of this place. But yeah, lots of updates to dress this up even more. We got our raised spot here for a bathtub. I don't recall if this has changed or not. Oh yeah, there's the little sand garden right there. I sort of remember commenting on how, oh, it must be really hot in here because there's like a whole furnace in here. But we do have our standing shower and everything right here. And what do we have? Waterfall stuff coming out. So a big old fountain is helping us out there. And a cute little cherry tree. Is this how small it gets? It'd be cool if there's like a if you can make it really small, and it can be like as if it's one of them bonsai trees or something like that. That'd be neat. And back here, check out this window setup. Oop. So, okay, so there's a book up there. Does that have a glow to it? Because it's there, but oh, okay, it's using that whole foggy effect. Okay, so let me back up. And there's the shot. Ah, okay, I like that. That comes off really well. Hardly apocalyptic at all. It's quite serene in this frame. Really good. So at least from that POV, everything's fine. This is not a bomb shelter. This is not a refuge from the apocalypse. We're fine. Yeah, sun's out there too. Yeah, so everything's cool. Unless it's fake. Unless they're trying to fool us. We should stay alert. No, I think we're fine. I think we're probably fine. Okay, so main room. We're going to go this way now. Because I'm fascinated by this room. You know, it's like semi-isolated by the shrouds here. But dude, this has like this really like futuristic like club sort of feel to it. Not really, but like I really like how all these glows dance together to make a really, really strong theme in this room. You know, you have some parts here that are very well lit. Like for example, you know, of course that corner, and then here with the street lamp. And then by contrast, you have like these kind of darker tones here, but you still have this bright glow that's coming from the piping here. That still gives it a lot of life. That's neat. I like it. So let's now proceed into this another grand room. Very, very spacious, but we have like all these different sorts of kind of like wall panels or like these different presentations, you know, in each corner. So like, for example, this is like, okay, this is villain style fireplace. Only bad guys sit in that chair. Okay. That's really good. Really good. Like if this was like a single room, like you pan back and then you see like the people who are sitting there, no, they are up to no good. The people who are there, they're not like sitting there, and then they'll be like, we should go to South America. Oh yeah, that'd be great, Bethany. You think so, Scott? Oh my God, I love South America. I want to see like all the South Americanese people. And then Scott's like, did you say South Americanese? Yeah, South Americanese. And then Scott's like, oh my God, yeah, I know. I love the South Americaneses, right? And then she's like, Easies? No. It's just South Americanese. They're not that bright, but they just love cool fireplaces and all that stuff. So, but yeah, you don't get those conversations. It's like bad guy level stuff when you see this sort of vibe, man. Super villainy, but very, very cool. Let's climb up here to this little library setup and click this thing because I'm curious. Ah, work in progress. I see. Actually, wait. Can I fall? Okay, don't fall. Maybe, yeah, maybe don't fall. Maybe that's a bad idea. I'll let that be a thing. So work in progress spot right here. Although, what is this? This is, so they kept just the crests. Very interesting. Huh. Just goes to show you just how, where people can find things. So you see like the little tiny tip here. You can see how it comes out like right there. Curses. Maybe tilting it just slightly will help to obscure that one little part, if we're being that nitpicky. On the side here though, battle station. We got this slick flat screen monitor, huge tower. Our little nubby mouse and keyboard. Awesome. And then with it, we have like some cool paraphernalia. We got, dude, this total Death Knight fan. Yeah, buddy. Super edgelord stuff up here. Like if there was a camera here, like here's them being like, all right, guys, we're about to do this key. Let's get pumped. Let's get amped. And then the camera pans over. And then he goes over to this Diablo book or whatever. And then he starts chanting all sorts of weird gibberish. And then all the viewers are like, is he serious? And then you see the streamer person, they're like, yeah, dude, blah, 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 blah. And then he like takes a stuffed animal or something like that and stabs the heck out of it. And people are like, this guy is taking a plus 12 a little bit too seriously, guys. It's just the 12. Relax. All right. Oh, and then, dude, this streamer is intense. He's got drugs and everything. Oh, man. Yeah, this dude don't play. This is the kind of thing that you'll see on like live stream fail at some point, you know, because they're like doing some really weird stuff and they get some banned, and so they end up on kick instead. Sheesh. Oh, yeah, I did notice the skull in the coffin. I was thinking to myself, okay, is that a real one? Or is this like a fake one? Is it something that they put on for the show and all that? Or is it real? This is the reason why they get kicked off, or they get suspended from Twitch for like 14 days. Maybe. Right down here, gaming stuff. At least I'm going to say it's gaming stuff, you know, because I mean, come on, right up there is like a whole battle station. I'm going to say this is like D&D stuff, as opposed to like being a place to actually have like battle plans and whatnot. I'm taking this house as a place of more like fun than the business of killing, right? Now in the middle of this room, this nice little well, we have the tree and all that, but we also have like the little pond here, plus fishies, all surrounded by this tastefully done circular table. So what they did here, you know, instead of making eclipse happen, they're like, no, we're going to embrace it. So they stack these instead and have like these different layers. That's cool. I find that very artsy. And now back here, we go up this platform, boom, boom. You know, notice how it's like framed with these beams here. We go across and we hit like this very private study. Like note how soft these glows are, but really pretty. I like how the moon well or whatever's down there, it's ending up kind of like sort of illuminating. I think it's the advanced moon well that's here, because you can see how it illuminates the chair, as well as like the drapes in front of it. And then you have like this nice glow. Actually, it might not be. It might be these sconces that are doing the work, which are funny because it almost looks like it's like hanging upside down, but it's being used as like a sort of filigree tree of sorts. That's neat. But again, I like the contrast. Like you get like shots like these where you have these very subtle glows that are popping out in the darkness. I think that's really cool. Here they have like their safe of illicit goods, and then one guard to make sure that we don't get in on that stuff. Because yo, like that kid up there is crazy. So they needed to have like something to, oh yeah, that's right, little Tommy. It's so burglars don't get in, even though there's like no danger of that. It's really just for him because he's just a weird kid. You know what? Maybe the whole family is kind of weird. Actually, you know what? Yeah, the whole family. They're just, they got habits, you know? They've got habits. That's it. What kinds of habits? Very contrasting. It's like, okay, the neighbors see the Murgles, right? But at night, right? And yet it's hard to say that the family isn't in on this either. They gotta know what's going on. I mean, the kid's nuts, right? The kid can't hide this. No way. They can hide it from the public. So, very interesting little story that we have there. Okay, interesting on the layout here. So we have this whole platform thing set up here. But they also have like this little raised platform here with the intent to create this this little dip. I think that works out. It's a bit disorienting from like you know, from a day-to-day sort of thing. You're kind of like wandering through, going back and forth, and so you might want to make sure you don't trip up and fall. But otherwise, we have like this nice place for like reading. So I think I checked out most everything in this room. And then we're led that way, I think. We came from there. That was the hallway. We checked out... actually, did I see what's back there? Oh, no, that was a work in progress. Yeah, that was a dead end. All right, so now we're going to go this way and see what else there is to explore. All right. Very bright light coming from there. So I'm guessing that this is just like a big skylight. Yes, it is. Okay, I really like the framing of this. Like this is the great place for like, you know, these individual screenshots, because like at least the way that everything here is constructed, it's very meticulously placed in such a way that we can have like these individual shots, like boop, and they just look great. Fantastic. And there's the boss. Hey, what are they doing? They're working on stuff. And again, you know, these portrait shots. Okay, they're watching AI do stuff, right? But you know, stuff is being worked on. I think that's a better way to frame it, right? So we'll go through here, and all of a sudden, okay, now we have like this cool transition. We have what I'm going to kind of call a spine of sorts. Multiple curved tables as we go into this next room. Once again, another octagonal room that's acting as the bedroom. And what a bedroom this is. You know, again, very spacious, filled with collections, booksies, place to sit, you know, a villain style chair once again, but you know, not on the scale that we saw from that earlier room, but really, really dressed. Here we have like a, yeah, so yeah, it's like a full-on like apartment kind of spot. Because here we can goof around, play our instruments, have snackies, delicious snackies. I really want something. Here we're painting, but things aren't going so great. It's like, yo, Janet, I'm gonna paint. She's like, Charles, you can't do it. Like you had way too much. You're blessed. No, I got this, Gina. It's Janet. Whatever, whatever, Jan. Look, I'm gonna paint. This is gonna be great. And it's not that great. So whoops, in part of his, in part of him. And then the puppy's there being like, okay, I didn't do it this time. Wasn't me, buddy. Was not me. I was just chilling up here. I'm being good. They don't know I peed on the bed yet. Haha. No trouble for me. Okay, what's back here? Let's look at this. Oh, pretty. So funny. Okay, so we have this chair. We sit, and it's more like a portrait style sort of thing. Once again, you know, very pretty shots you can make for yourself that they put together. The kind of thing you can like copy and make into your own painting of sorts. I think I remember commenting on this bed as being, you know, very, very grand, because they took the whole Sunwell kind of looking thing, threw a carpet on it, threw a bed on top of that, and then dressed it up a little bit more. Pillows, books, puppy, you know, all to make like this, you know, very rich climb. There's a door to nowhere over there, perhaps to a bathroom of sorts, if we wanted to go there. Big study area, but also a little bit of cleanup to be done. You know, we got live plants. They ain't fake, but because you have like these big plants, you got big cleanups as well. So hopefully, aside from the AI pins, we have some like enchanted brooms or whatnot to help us out as well. Yeah, so here's that skylight that we were looking at earlier. And the way they did this, you know, again, big use of these curved tables going all the way around. And you see the spine work being used here too. And here. And probably elsewhere. I might have missed it too. So very cool work that's being done with that. It helps to, you know, kind of liven things up, make things feel a little bit different. And the shaping is really neat. Are these secret shelves? Yes, they. Oh, look at that. Closet full of. Oh, that's dope. I assure you, this was a totally like a random click. But I just happened to be like, oh, look, these are shelves. So, nothing there though. It's just this one. That's sweet. That's very clever. That's very, very clever. And now I'm thinking about this, like, okay, how many times might I have missed this in other builds where you see like, oh, this is just kind of like this little wall panel here, no big deal. No, it's hiding madness. But I'm pretty sure most folks, they'll point it out to me if they happen to be here for the build. Like, dude, you missed something. No. So I'm pretty sure I explored the entirety of like that wing. So I think now we can go this way. Now we can finally start climbs. First, though, we got to see what's going on with this kitchen setup. Because this looks extended. Oh, wow. Okay, this is cool. So what I'm liking about this particular window is it's not bright. Or I'm sorry, it's not super dark. It's like dusk, but at the same time, there's like, I don't, it's like it's foggy. But I just really like the gradient because it's not like super duper dark. And I like that somehow. So, sun's going down. You can kind of see it right there. Some of these stars are shining through. Some of these are actual like little objects helping to illuminate the place. But I really like this glow. That's very, very neat. Got some knickknacks on the side. And so here's where we're cooking and everything. So yeah, great views while you're doing some prep work. Here on the side, big old pantry area, very well lit. Big lights thanks to those Borealis lamps. Very popular thing to use. Great for adding in additional lighting to places and you want to obscure it. Oh, wow, dude, check out the tiles here. That's sick. That's work too. I think these are like I think these like are edges. Yeah, these are painting edges that are being used. So you can see how far it goes. Wow. Okay, great work on this. Yeah, let me close this. Yeah, so you pan back. Wow. Oh, that's good. These are great cabinet work. Because you can see here, these are, and very expensive, by the way. These are all canvas paintings. 1,500 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. A lot. Yeah, a lot of these canvas boards that are being used. And they're being, and because it's using these boards, you have this nice contrast. So you can easily identify how all these cabinets are separated. And then this looks like it's using like a wall shelf. Yeah, a little wall shelf that's been dyed to work as handles. This is a very expensive kitchen. Literally. What's this right here? this is a number. Okay, it's funny because this is shaped like a big pot, but it's actually like a number of these sort of put together. Huh. Neat. And then they have butterflies there, which is like a sanitary enough, not a big deal. Also, check out like the work here with this kit bashed stove. Lots of these walls, 1, 2, 3, and then here I believe this is the display case. That's very smart. So check it out. They took the case and embiggened the guy as much as they could to create this sort of structure, or the sort of reflection here, and then boop, they jam that sucker down to the bottom or to the side in case that happened to be an illegal move. So you have like these little windows for the stove. Smart. It looks like it was jammed all the way down because I think I can see the top of it. I'm not sure though, but very cool. Very, very creative. Here we have a broken freezer. is what I'm looking at here. So, I mean, what else is it going to be? Like, you open it up, the whole thing is caked in ice, and you have like some stuff sticking out. So you're like, let's just leave it open, and then maybe like stuff will come out. Maybe they should have they got to lay some towels down there or something like that, or like an extra rug, something like that, so they can like catch all that stuff. I mean, hey, you had like a mop that was cleaning up a mess that they made. Very cool though. Pantry area on the side here. Here's where you can like do some personal dining. Yeah, great kitchen though. And now we go upstairs. I felt like I got lost in that kitchen for a while. Here we have another cool portrait. Oh, dude. Okay, the lion looks so sad in that shot. Here, not so bad. But then here, in the way it's angled here, the lion looks so sad. Right? And then now he's not. So it's kind of interesting because it's like rounded here, right? But then I guess the way the 3D of it clips, once you get to this angle, you can see sad lion. Oh no. All right. Let's walk up a little bit. Boop, 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 boop. Big old bookshelves. As we climb up, check out the night lights that are coming from here. As we get to the top of these stairs, very nice. And look at how they're like just barely angled a little bit, so that way we can have this whole illusion of moonlight coming in. That's pretty sick. We get to the top, and this feels like the paladin floor. One altar there. We have like this, not too much with that window over there, but we do have the glow coming in. Nice. Some very nice stuff up there. Along with some more branding. Oh, very, very pretty. They took 2 of those void tables, brought it in so you can make like that kind of effect. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right, so I think we're ready to retreat. Oh, interesting how we have like this set of tables there. Maybe that's part of an experiment that they... No, actually, I think it's made to like kind of frame like the paladin stuff down there. Now, this can look pretty cool. You take these tables and you line up all the way across. You can make a cool effect with that. Now, let's head down. I'm pretty sure I can retreat. Past the amazing kitchen plus window. That happens to be the main hall. And... wait, did I see everything? Because I think I started off this way, right? And then we had like the whole room with like the stuff inside there. Yeah. So unless there's secrets that I missed and walked by, I think I've seen everything, right? Let's do a quick jog. All right. Boop, boop. The freezer's just as cute too. I think it was neat. I think it's a fun story to be like, oh, I think the freezer's busted, go. It's all encased in ice. What happened? All right, so here's like the whole study room. This was the not outdoor spot. But this is the bedroom. That's right. It almost looked like it was an outdoor spot because of the way the shrouds were working there. Here's that spot there. All right.